Hey, speaking of Jerry World and Texas and Dallas, Whataburger is planning to open a location in Miami. They're expanding to Tampa Bay. But I read this in the Miami New Times today. They're hoping to have a Miami location by 2026.
So we know there's a Whataburger in Tallahassee and a couple up further north in Florida, and this one in Tampa will be the furthest one south. It's expected to be built by 2025, open by 2025. And they're saying now, I saw the same thing in the Miami New Times, that signals their southern push in the state of Florida. There's more Whataburgers in the state of Florida than any state besides Texas.
Really?
Interesting little tidbit. But I tweeted this out. So if Whataburger is expected to open in 2026 in Miami, what happens first? Dolphins Super Bowl parade or Whataburger opens?
Whataburger. Not like the chances, like this is already set.
Right. Will the Dolphins win a Super Bowl by 2026?
No.
I'm including the 26-27 season.
Get to the AFC Championship next year. You know, dabble in the playoffs like they have been, win one.
Next
That's
year?
just hard. Solana, I'm going to pop your mouth.
Well, you're saying if they get Tannehill.
It's just I think they need to overcome some obstacles first.
Yeah, you just don't think that they're one of the best teams in the NFL, which they're not.
I think it's tough to even say the AFC.
Well,
I think the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals in the North. West is the damn Chiefs, and listen, I know the Harbaugh thing. Harbaugh's a hell of a coach. Him out in LA, the East with the Jets and the Bills. Like, bro, I love the Dolphins. I think they're a great roster. Like I just said it, I think top 5 roster wise. The AFC is loaded.
Here is, I teased it. I was going to get to it in the next segment, but as long as you're talking about it, Fox Sports came out with their list, the top 10 teams heading into the 2024 NFL season. Number 1, we all agree, Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No argument there. Number 2, San Francisco.
Yep.
Right. Number 3, Detroit.
I can move them.
Number 4, Philadelphia.
There's 4. 3 of the 4 top 4 teams are in the NFC. That's dumb. That doesn't make any sense.
Number 5, Houston.
I didn't bring up the AFC South.
Number 6, Green Bay.
Come on, man.
Number 7, Cincinnati.
Over Baltimore and Steelers?
Number 8, Baltimore. Number 9, the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-mm.
And number 10, the Cleveland Browns.
Who wrote this list?
Fox Sports.
Is that a guy at the gas station begging for money?
So they don't even have the Dolphins as a top 10 team in the NFL.
No, they have too many NFC teams in here. Honestly.
So, Crowder, I had this list also. I was going to get to it during headline talk. And I read that, and I said Detroit at number 3, Philly at number 4, and Green Bay at whatever it was, 6, right? I'm like, how does that – how? How do you rationalize that? Went back, I looked at the playoff bracket last year. We all think San Francisco is the best team in the NFL outside of Kansas City. Knock off the champs, right? Bro, Green Bay beat Dallas in the playoffs with Jordan Love, kicked their ass in Dallas, and barely lost to San Francisco in the divisional round. I don't know if you guys remember. The score was 24-21, and they needed a game-winning drive to go win that game. And then Detroit should have beaten San Francisco in the NFC Championship game if they didn't go for it on fourth down 18 times in that game. Like those two teams played the best team in the NFC down to the very wire and could have very well been the team in the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying I agree with the list, but I understand it. I can rationalize.
Well, maybe San Francisco's not the second best team.
Maybe.
To say Detroit should jump them, but for have all these NFC, the Eagles were 10-1 and folded camp week 12 of the season and couldn't beat another soul. I don't know what Nick Sirianni did. I don't know. I was looking for that story. We actually talked about it on this show. For how can they evaluate what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be with a top defense and now having two starting quarterbacks? The Ravens were like 8 or 9. Like, no, if the Ravens had a damn offensive coordinator last year, they would have went past everybody in NFC. Joe Burrow's little pretty boy ass was hurt. We just did him on the pivot with his blonde hair. Go watch the show. But he's a Burrow's a top 5 quarterback in this league. And T. Higgins is back. And they reload. Like, man, I hate that list. I really hate that list.
They took the 8 teams that were in the division round last year of the playoffs, and then they gave the nod to Philly because they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And then Houston, and Buffalo. But Crowder, I mean, who are you taking out that list saying the Dolphins are better than?
The Bills.
Cleveland, Buffalo, Green Bay.
Cleveland.
I think they're better than Detroit.
Cleveland, Buffalo, Green Bay. Jordan Love showed you something in those 3 weeks. If you read that list, I swear to goodness.
I think they're better than Philly.
Listen, Hawk, if you read that list again, it's going to be the best quarterback because that's the easiest way to go. Who has a quarterback? Who has a quarterback? That's the easiest way to go. Jordan Love, that's why they're praising him. Oh, Josh Allen's amazing. Josh Allen is very good. The Bills lost half of their starting defense last year. They really did. Like,
they got Cleveland on there. You think Deshaun Watson's better than Tua?
You always see, I was on a roll with the Dolphins, and then you want to ask me a tough question.
Because based on last season, Tua's head and shoulders better than him. Now, I don't know if he gets back to form or not, but
Deshaun at his best with his legs, like he does more than Tua. But off last season,
in his career, he has looked better, and you thought that his trajectory was that of a superstar.
But he was not top 5 in passing yards, passing percentage, passing touchdowns, efficiency, passes over 20 yards, all the stuff that Tua ran away with last year. Deshaun Watson never hit those numbers in his life.
I hate to sound like the guy that's just being anti-Dolphins because I'm not. Like, I do believe in this team. I think they're good, but I don't know, man. Like, to just flat out say the Dolphins are better than the Eagles, the Dolphins are better than the Packers, the Dolphins are better than the Lions. I mean, maybe, I hope so, but I mean, the Dolphins last year were 1-6 against playoff teams.
No, I'm just telling you, I feel like they're better. I feel like they should be better. And if they're not better than those teams, you're bordering on disaster with the amount of money that's been put into this team on contracts and the guarantees. Like, they have to be better than those teams.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go to the AFC Championship game.
This is Fox Sports.
Yeah.
This is Shady McCoy and Emmanuel Acho.
If they're on Fox Sports, yes.
They ain't guessing too. They don't know what the hell's about to happen.
Skip Bayless made this list.
He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Nick Wright.
What? Nick Wright acts like my cousin. If you see what I'm saying.
Dolphins just have to prove that they're in this conversation. That's all it is. I don't think anybody denies the talent. I think people are, for the most part, coming around on Tua. I really do. But, It's the same thing with the Philadelphia 76ers, because I'm reading a lot of stuff getting ready for the NBA season, and everybody's saying, yeah, the Sixers are going to be a top team in the Eastern Conference, right? But nobody would dare pick them to be an actual NBA championship contender yet, because they don't think they can beat the Celtics because they haven't been out of the second round ever.
You're getting ready for the NBA season already? God bless you. It's August
I'm not
13th.
actually. I just said that. I don't know why I said that. I'm not actually getting ready for the NBA
I
season.
thought all of a sudden we had a new Iron Eagle here. I mean, wow.
I'll bring it back, Solana. Y'all are going to hear this 100 times. Get ready for it. The Dolphins are going to win 10-plus games. They're going to make the playoffs, and we will figure out what happens in late December and January with the Dolphins. That's where we're at. We haven't been there in a long time. That's where the Dolphins are right now. It's a place where everybody in the NFL fan base would want to be, but we have to see Tua. To Solana's point, he's going to have to whoop Joe Burrow's ass. He's going to have to whoop Patrick Mahomes' ass. He's going to have to whoop Justin Fields slash Lane Boy's tail.
And you are anointing Justin Fields all off season over Russell Wilson. I don't know if you're going to go down in flames on this one.
I saw Russell Wilson get picked off twice in practice. I was just in Pittsburgh a week ago. There are some great quarterbacks that Tua is going to have to outduel in late December, early January. That's what the Dolphin season hinges on.
Which is why you need Tannehill.
They're going to win games, Hawk. They're going to win games. They're going to deal 10-7 at the least. They're going to do it, and then you're going to get to the end. It's going to be Josh Allen versus Tua or somebody like that, and it's going to be what the hell are you going to do on Sunday? That's it.
We're going to find out, Crowder, to your point, because, again, I know we've done this already, but looking at their schedule, just starting in November, they go at the LA Rams. They get Vegas. They get New England. But then they're at Green Bay versus the Jets. At Houston. Versus the Niners. At Cleveland.
Easy win.
At the New York Jets to end the season.
I mean, laughable win.
Okay, well, look at this. Solana, thank you so much, because I'm about to prove my point. They're going to be undefeated, Hawk, like you're saying, and they're rolling in Tua versus Jordan Love, Tua versus Aaron Rodgers, Tua versus C.J. Stroud, Tua versus Josh Purdy. What's his name? Purdy?
Yeah,
Purdy?
Josh Purdy. You got it, Josh Purdy. Yeah.
Love, Rodgers, Stroud, Purdy, and then Deshaun Watson, and then Aaron Rodgers again. Tua is about to have to outduel a damn borderline Hall of Fame quarterback on
That's a murderer's row. That's a murderer's row of quarterback competition.
And that's what we have to do. They're going to win some of these. They're going to lose some of these. That last week against Aaron Rodgers is going to be if we win the AFC East or we don't. And then it's going to be, hey, we hate him or we love him. And then we're going to go to Houston to play a wild card game, and then we'll see if Tua's better than C.J. Stroud. That's where we sit as Dolphin fans. I'm going to tell y'all 1,000 times this season.
Where's the Super Bowl this year? I'm buying my airline tickets right now.
I don't know. New Orleans?
Yep. New Orleans.
Oh,
Jimmy, you ever been to New Orleans?
Never.
Want to come with? Hit a little Dragos, get some oysters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jimmy, boy, they kidnap you down at the end of Bourbon.
Oh,
I
New
know.
Orleans, Jimmy, look out. Someone's going to be wearing you around their neck like your beads.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be inside one of those cakes.
It's going to be the baby.
A baby.
They put the little plastic babies in. What are those cakes called?
I don't know the name, but that's funny.
You have to rescue you from inside one of those cakes. What the hell are those cakes called?
Oh, boy. Oh, we got to go to the Super Bowl. New Orleans is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would pay to see Jimmy after chugging 2 hurricanes at Pat O'Brien's. I would
King
pay
cake.
for that.
King
King
cakes.
cake, yeah.
King cakes.
You pay to see Jimmy pee on himself and go to sleep.
A hurricane and then a grenade right there on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
See how you act.
Mess up his pants and go to bed.
Jimmy's inside a king cake.
Get me out of here.
They stick the fork in it. Oh,